Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? You listen to Deep Impact Radio. It's your boy, Wayne Dungy.
Alongside with your boy, DJ G-Class, back in effect.
And we back at it again, man. We got a lot of hot topics, a lot of things that going on around the world, entertainment. You do not want to miss this episode. And so we about to get it popping. Let's go. What up, everybody? Thank y'all for rocking with us again. This Deep Impact Entertainment Radio. This episode is The Deep Truth. The Deep Truth, why we call it that? Oh, before I forget, introduce ourselves once again. If you haven't heard us before, it's your boy Wayne Dungy, Mr. CEO.
And the VP, Mr. DJ G-Class.
And we rocking. This is Deep Impact Entertainment, the entertainment for independent artists, independent music, for independent people. But we dependent on other stuff, though. But independent, you know what I'm saying?
Independent ideals, too.
Yeah, so this is Deep Truth. And if y'all listened to us last time, we talked about sports. And we ended off talking about some of the world culture and things that were happening. Hot topic. But we want to start off with the hot topic and then work our way back down to sports and entertainment. Because if you ask me, all of it coexists with each other. Entertainment to sports, to world life and everything, like all of it mesh with each other. And so what we're going to talk about today, which is the most heated topic that is discussed right now across America, and I dare to say across the world, the George Zimmerman verdict. Not guilty. Straight up, not guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know. I'm gonna let you voice what you thought about that when you find. Well, how did you feel when you found out that verdict?
Honestly, I was not surprised. I thought it was gonna come. I didn't want to, but I thought it was gonna come. And it all comes down to nothing in this country has changed, and nothing in this country will ever change. People could say, just push for this, push for that, do nonviolent protests, push, but all that's been happening before, and nothing has changed. So why keep doing it? And if nothing's gonna work,
you know what? I agree with you to a certain extent. Racism is still alive. I hear people say racist stuff and they want to slap Christ on it, try to cover up their own feelings, talking about what's going on. I know I have so many debates on Facebook about it, for other minorities and from black folks too. And from white folks. I think we came a long way. We've got a long way to go because we could go to college easier. It ain't like we got to fight to get into college and like they used to do back then. So I think we can eat at the same restaurants and stuff like that, what he's saying. But the undertone racism in the justice system, I agree. It is still the same in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So I agree. I too, when I heard the jury was going to be 5 Anglo women.
5 white women.
I mean, you want to, in my heart, like, I was like, this is not going to go good because it's supposed to be a jury of your peers. And, like, it's nothing against other races, but it's hard for us to see a spectrum of what other, it's like, I can't understand what a Hispanic person go through. You know? How to deal with immigration, how to deal with anything like that. I can empathize with you what a white American go through, especially those that understand slavery and they are for black people and for minorities and they fighting alongside of us. There are white people that do that, but I can never see how they see it. I can never see their point of view. I can see their point of view. I can empathize with them, but I can never walk in their shoes. And there's some people that just, man, the jurors just don't understand the culture of black people. So when you go into it, I already knew, like, they already had a spectrum. That's why all of the George Zimmerman people that were for him, they relate to. They kept saying, the jurors that talk on Anderson Cooper were like, I can relate. I can relate to them. They were relatable. Of course, you can relate to them because when you see somebody that talk the way you talk, in a sense, and look like you, skin color wise, you can relate to them easier. You're not saying you can't relate to another race, but it is what it is. So that's like I knew, but my heart was broken, man. It was just like, even though I knew it, I was talking to my wife right before it came on. She said he gonna get manslaughter. I was like, no, baby, he gonna get acquitted. He gonna get not guilty. And when the verdict came, not guilty, I still was stunned, even though I knew in my mind that the prosecutor didn't do the best job at all, and that in the circumstances was, and how they made Trayvon look like a thug, like the statistical black person. That's what the man looked like. And in their minds, he's the aggressor now.
But still, though, that's their minds. That's racist in their mind because that still has nothing to do with why they're in court. Him as a person has nothing to do with why they're in court.
To them, it was. And you got to think about when you on the jury, you are using your personal, in a way. You can say facts, but you're still looking into your eyes and your life to put a jury on somebody. And so the picture they painted of Trayvon Martin as a thug, as a dude that smoked weed, carried guns, gold teeth, the video, he could be a big scary black dude. I done had it. I done walk by people and they grab their purse when they see me.
I've had that happen to me too, but over a while I kind of like it because like the tone of our skin, the color of our skin strikes fear in white people's bones. And you can tell that when they see you, when they move around. Yeah, so it's kind of like me be like, yeah, you better stay in your place, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not just white people. There's some black people that are scared.
Well, yeah, black people too. Black people get nervous around black people. It's just the tone of our skin. Black people does that. Well,
black people get nervous about white people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Like one of my worst fears is getting caught up at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I mean, I'm like, dang. My education, who I am, all that stuff, they ain't looking at that. I'm just a black dude that got caught up at the wrong place at the wrong time. And my life could be thrown into jail. So.
Yeah, but that's all bad timing. But see, it all flares from what? Racial tension.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's going to be racial tensions. I believe into it. People keep saying this, preach Christ. Man, in my heart of heart, if Jesus Christ, if I'm a Christian, and I could share the love that I have for other people through Christ, there would be no racism. But when you're in a world where, people believe in Jesus, some people don't believe in Jesus, even though they do believe in Jesus, can be racist. As long as we're humans, we're going to have imperfection, and their imperfection is what caused this situation that we're in right now. And I'm proud of the peaceful protest, tell you the truth, because you can't say about it let something like this happen. You know what I'm saying? You got a son, I got a son, got daughters, and that could be them. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I don't know what happened in court, but hopefully he was able to think about how to get out the situation. Just walk away and know what to do until you get to the house. They call the cops yourself. But he's a 17-year-old boy, 17-year-old, and not a 30-year-old man. They not gonna think the same. When I was 17,
in high school,
exactly, I thought crazy. I was like, I wish somebody would, And so, man, it's a sad situation. But I just hate the fact that. Tell me what you think about this when people say that you're not worried about black on black crime. Like y'all uproar for Trayvon Martin when a white person shoot a black person. But what about y'all crime against each other?
And that's a major topic too. I just seen it earlier from the shooting of Trayvon Martin to the verdict, which was a couple days ago, which was 513 days, I think. Mm-hmm. Over 11,000 black men was killed by other black men.
And that's wrong.
Crazy number. That is very wrong.
And that's crazy. And I just want to say, man, it's like, I do not condone black on black, white on white, because there was a case here in Austin where this architect got into it with this homeless guy. They had an altercation. They got into it. It broke away. But then the homeless guy, both of them were white, homeless guy walked up to, on 6th Street, walked up to the architect, hit him, He fell, hit his head, and died. And now the homeless guy was charged with murder. White on white crime, black on black, Asian on Asian, Hispanic on Hispanic. I don't condone crime whatsoever. So I hate when people try to sit there and say y'all not doing nothing about black on black crime,
which is a lie.
My whole life, what I'm doing right now, my passion, working inner city youth, deep impact entertainment, making music that's different. We got our party music. Yeah, we got the club music. We also got the music that make you think, and as well as when we speak and carry ourselves. So hearing stuff like that, man, it just irks me.
Yeah, very much. Very much.
But that's crazy how you said they talked about that. How many people was?
Over 11,000. I think it was 11,506. So it's halfway between 11 and 12,000, which is outstandingly ridiculous.
And we got
blank period. Got to do better.
And though the entertainment industry, you have a social responsibility, whether you like it or not, because you have the microphone, you have the mic, you have the power to transform lives and to speak life into the community, rather just exploit it for more riches. I mean, yeah, there's the hood have evil and dirt and everything else, but what's the good part of it? And then, change this up about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all these stripper songs, man, ain't good dancing to. I mean, hearing in the club, you dancing, you bobbing, the girls dancing, you looking at them, you getting you jigging and everything, and at the same time, why are these women strippers? I believe about 90% of prostitution come from women that would abuse their children. Strippers too. Look at the backdrop. Look at the backstory. What's going on? Why they doing this? You want to dance to and do whatever you want to do, but we have a social responsibility. That's what I just think, and that's what I feel. Like you heard about Jay-Z going at it against Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte, when was this? Was this recently?
He put it in his song. I read an article about it he put it on the Magna Carta.
I didn't know about it. What was he talking about?
He basically was dissing Harry Belafonte, talking about everything that he do, and he called Harry Belafonte a boy. And man, it was, y'all gotta look it up. Just look at Jay-Z versus Harry Belafonte. Cause he called out a year ago. He called out Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then Beyonce put all her charities that she do. But Harry Belafonte was saying, even Jamie Foxx talked about it at the BET Awards. He talked about how he ran to Harry Belafonte and he would telling him that you have the mantle now. You are responsible for what happened in the black community, because he was a very vocal civil rights activist as well as an entertainer. So Jay-Z is dissing this dude after he felt like Harry Belafonte dissed him. Jay-Z need to show him some respect. I don't care how great you got or think you got, but there are people that died, fought for civil rights so Jay-Z could make the money that he make through his music, because of, even though you say you don't feel like it changed, if we had to change, Jay-Z would be making the money he making now. If these had to change, you'd be making some money, but you wouldn't be the way he is right now.
I think it would have, because it would have had to have, because they would have had to deal with a whole bunch of tension that they not prepared for or ready for. It would eventually had to have got to this point, to where black people are making this much money.
So it would have had to change eventually.
Tell you the truth, I honestly believe that if blacks and whites were still segregated, you would then know where everybody stands and where everybody's opinion lies. You see what population is growing, what population is doing better in school, what population is doing better with workplace. I think segregation probably made us go a step further because it made people hide who they really are.
I think it's both. You could put stories for both, but at the end of the day, man, I think it's better to learn from a diverse group of people than rather just one group of people. I'm a diverse type of person, going to, you can say a white school, a U of H. I was able to diversify myself to be able to speak to people from all different backgrounds, which I enjoy and I love. But I also have an understanding of mind that who I am as a black man. So, I mean, I never lost perspective where I come from, but at the same time, I knew where I wanted to go and that there is a better life. but I'm not gonna lose who I am. Yeah, well, I lost it to Christ, but at the same time, I told this one dude, I would love for everybody just to look at me, Wayne Dundee, a man of God, love his family, taking care of his kids, a pillar in the community. But they see me as a black man first, and then once they get past that part, then they see me as Wayne Dundee, all these attributes. So some people are just naive in this world, man. And he go for Hispanics too. It go. I mean, your kids are biracial, and I know they don't have to deal with it on both ends of the spectrum. So man, it's a crazy world out there. I just really got to teach our kids and how to navigate in this crazy world, how to think, how to talk, how to be responsible, how to get yourself. Cause I done got pulled over or got interrogated by cops at least twice that I remember.
Was it for no reason?
One, they thought I had ran into a pole light at U of H. They tried to get me to confess, and they tried to trick me into saying that I did it, which I know I did it 100%. And then he tried to trick me all the way. But after I left that precinct, they never spoke to me again, because they couldn't get me, because I didn't do nothing wrong. And and then another time I come back from Atlanta one year, I went to the Battle of the Bands, and this girl that me and my homeboy went down there with, she was driving at the time. I saw these cops sitting on the side of the road. I was like, ooh, next man I know, flashing lights. Next man I know, there like 5 or 6 cops out there. They brought the dogs. They put her out the car. They asked me 2 or 3 times where we going. Asked my homeboy. And they kept, I could hear the homegirl at the time screaming. Like, no, because they kept trying to tell her to confess that there's something in the car, and they let her go and take us in.
Yeah, that's how they are. That's how they are. That's how they're gonna be, and I don't expect that to change. I mean,
I don't think all cops are bad, and not everybody in the justice system are bad. But I just think the way it is set up right now is going against the minority population. Yeah. And that's where it's set up.
I think basically this is where it goes to. The law, there are a lot of laws to help people. There's a lot of laws to make black people stay where they are, to keep black people in their place. And black people are starting to realize these laws, and we have no way to work around these laws. So guess what we have to do now? Mm-hmm. We got to get rid of these laws.
And that's when it comes to voting. That's when it comes to standing up, not just during Trayvon Martin case or all these other stuff when something hot happening. We have to stand up now, right now. City council. People don't vote locally. They vote nationally, but we don't vote locally. And so if we don't vote locally, these are passed where your vote is diluted because you didn't catch it before it happened. So, but we about to go to a song, and then we could come back. This is just only part 1 of culture. We could talk about culture and stuff. We could go to this song by Ugly Elephant. Then we'll come back and talk a little bit about the Jay-Z and Beyonce. And then we're going to talk about what's going on in the sports world, entertainment world, man. Y'all stay tuned. This is Deep Impact Radio. Welcome back to Deep Impact Radio. Y'all were listening to Ugly Elephant once again, the Jazz Fusion. That's called Heart Foundation. H-A-R-T Foundation, Ugly Elephant. You know, this is radio for entertainment, for independent entertainers. So we back. We only got a few more minutes here. We got about a couple minutes here. So, man, just before we leave the issue of social consciousness and things like that, man, what you think about the Harry Belafonte and the Jay-Z?
With the Harry Belafonte, the Jay-Z and Beyonce issue, I'm agreeing with Harry Belafonte on this one. Because I don't think he's saying they're not doing. He's saying they're not doing enough, which I think is true. If they are doing what they say they are, how about you put it out there so people will know, so people won't accuse you, so people will get an idea of what you are doing. Because a lot of these celebrities, they say they're doing a lot of things, but you never hear about it. So if you put your organization or put whatever you do out there, won't nobody have anything to say. But I totally agree with Harry Belafonte on that one.
Mm-hmm. So, Jay-Z, even though you're a Cowboys fan,
let's go.
Yeah, I dig that, but you wrong, partner. You wrong.
You and your girl.
Y'all wrong. Y'all got more responsibility. Step up.
But respect your elders.
Yeah, that's number one. You respect your elders. That's one thing I would talk. Respect my elders, man. So, let's sports. Man, I got something for all these Cowboy haters out here. So we watched ESPN today. And man, I ran into something interesting. The top 5, these are the top most valuable franchises in the world, according to sports. Real Madrid with 38 million. Mm-hmm. Manchester United, 3.28 million.
3.2 million.
3.2 billion. I say million. Whoa, I'm billion.
So Real Madrid is 3.3 billion. Manchester United is 3.2 billion. Barcelona is 2.6 billion. The New York Yankees is 2.3 billion. And the Dallas Cowboys is $2.1 billion.
Booyah! So for all y'all haters out there, y'all the reason why Dallas Cowboys are still an American team. People love us. People hate us.
But we always in your mind. And coming out your mouth.
Exactly. So,
and to speak on some other news, I just got word of Nelly on First Take yesterday talking about this whole Dwight Howard leaving the Lakers and how nobody puts the blame on Kobe, which it should be, because Kobe is a Madonna. Kobe can be a Madonna, but still, if you want to be a champion, you know what that organization takes. You know what that organization brings. If you went there, you should have got with the program. When in Rome, do what Romans do. Don't pout. And now that he left to Houston, if he act that way this time, I hope his career go down the drain.
Yeah. And so, like I said, but I think we have the technical difficulties, but I believe we still in the house. So I want to repeat some interesting statistics before we head out. Let's see. Once again, we'll talk about the most valuable franchises. If this didn't show already, because we had, like I said, we had some technical difficulties, but we have Real Madrid with 3.3 billion, Manchester United 3.2 billion, Barcelona with 2.6 billion, New York Yankees with 2.3 billion, and Dallas Cowboys with 2.1 billion. Only two American teams up there are the hated and most loved New York Yankees. I'm not a Yankee fan. No. I really don't like that many stuff from New York. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm a Texas boy. And then the Dallas Cowboys with the 2.8. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're saying we talk about Dwight Howard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think you mentioned that how Dwight Howard probably didn't want to play with Kobe.
Yeah,
that would Nelly. Who want to go to L.A.? Well, what big? He brought us a good point. What big free agents would take less money to go play with Kobe Bryant. They did with LeBron James. I don't like LeBron James' big decision, but I know he's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And people love him. People like his character, who he is. And so, people are selling their soul to go play for him.
Yeah, which is true. Kobe's not much of a team player, but he could. If you was to pick anybody to imitate, I would say Kobe Bryant. Because you in the NBA, you got to be a scorer. And Kobe Bryant is the elite scorer.
Magic Johnson wasn't the best scorer.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson was a scorer, facilitator.
He was a good ball manager.
He made everybody on a team better.
Yeah.
I mean, hate it or not, LeBron James do the same thing. So, I could... The argument between who better, Mike, Kobe, LeBron, I could see people's point of view, either Kobe or LeBron, which one they want to put forward, but neither one touch an MJ. That's just the truth. Neither one touch an MJ.
Michael Jordan did do his thing. In his time.
6-0. See, if San Antonio would have made it, 5-0.
Yeah, they could have been something.
It could be something, but we went with just like every chance.
They wanted to play scary in Game 6.
They couldn't be. They couldn't find. They at the end of the day, they're 4-1. So they're along with the elites, but they're not the Chicago Bull level with the undefeated when they got to the championship. But I mean,
I don't think any team could be there now.
None. So, man, the sports in D12, you in Houston, y'all need one more piece. Y'all need one more piece, and y'all need people that will take less money, like a Ray Allen who sold his soul to come twice to come and play to win a championship with y'all. That's what y'all need to take a page out of LeBron James' book.
No.
That's what the NBA going to.
That's not real competition though.
It's not, but if you want a championship, the NBA done got weak.
That's what it seems like. That is not true competition.
And
when LeBron James, D Wade, Chris Bosh, forget that, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. What all 6 of them did, that's not true competitors. Hey man, but at the end of the day, that's where we're going to. There's no balance in the NBA now. But can you say that's how this generation look at it? They want to compete, but they don't want to get to the level the hard-nosed level like it was in the past. Yeah, but no, and that's why I think the West is always going to be better, because West got those good old traditional teams, except for the Clippers. But you can't count them though, because but they building a powerhouse they are. They building like their name. They got players with names, but they're not stars. You know, but so we got to head out of here, folks. I know we went to the very end. You know, like I said, August, our time gonna go up, so we give y'all more. You know, so as always, let's think smart, be smart, think positive, and do the right things, which are positive. You know, keep it positive. Keep it positive. This Deep Impact Radio. This your boy Wayne Dungy. And DJ G Class. And we out.